In ancient Chinese history, the first Taishang Huang, retired emperor, was Qin Shi Huang's father, King Zhangxiang of Qin. He got this title after he passed away. After him, except Li Jing, all other retired emperors got this title when they were alive. In ancient China, there wasn't allowed to have two emperors at the same time. Once an emperor passed his throne to his relatives, when he was still alive, generally he was promoted to Taishang Huang, retired emperor, by the new emperor. In ancient Chinese history, there are 23 retired emperors. We can group them into 5 categories. In the first category, the retired emperor never became the emperor. King Zhangxiang of Qin was posthumously promoted to the retired emperor when his son Qin Shi Huang became the emperor. Liu Taigong was Han Dynasty founding emperor Liu Bang's father. Generally, the founding emperor posthumously promoted his father as the emperor, but when Liu Bang became the emperor, his father still was alive, so Liu Bang promoted his father to the retired emperor. Li Jing was the father of Lao Zi, because Tang royal family claimed they were the descendants of Lao Zi. Tang Xuanzong posthumously promoted Li Jing to the retired emperor. In the second category, the emperor passed the title but kept the control. Emperor Yiwu was the founding emperor of the later Liang. In 399, he was seriously sick and passed the throne to his son. He helped his son to deal with state affairs for several months, then passed away. The Emperor Wu Cheng of northern Qi and the Emperor Xuan of northern Zhou really cared about enjoying life. They passed the throne because they wanted to spend more time with their imperial women. They didn't lose the control of the court. Emperor Xianwen inherited the throne at age 12. The court was controlled by the emperor's daughter Feng. Because Xianwen was so mad at losing the political powers, he passed his throne to his crown prince at age 17. But at that time, the crown prince was only 2 years old. Xianwen still made decisions on some important state affairs. In 476, the retired Emperor Xianwen was poisoned by the emperor's daughter Feng at age 23. Qianlong retired when he worked as the emperor for 60 years. Qianlong just passed the emperor title, not the powers. In beginning 1796, Jia Qing changed the area name from Qianlong to Jiaqing. But in the imperial palace, people still use the iron name Qianlong. So today, we can see on some inner court records, the date was recorded as the 63rd of Qianlong's year. Third, the emperor was forced to retire and lost all political powers. In ending 617, Li Yuan conquered Daxing city, which was the capital of Shui. He declared the Prince Dai as the emperor and declared Emperor Yang as the retired emperor. At that time, Emperor Yang was living in Jiangdu and was killed in April 6, 18. Considering the transportation of ancient time, Emperor Yang highly possible didn't know he already was promoted to the retired emperor by Li Yuan. In June 6, 18, the Emperor Gong of Sui voluntarily passed the throne to Li Yuan. The Tang dynasty was formally founded. In July 2, 626, Xuanwu Gate incidents happened. Li Shimin killed his two full brothers, the Crown Prince and the Prince Qi. 3 days later, Li Yuan promoted Li Shimin to the Crown Prince. 3 months later, Li Yuan retired. In beginning 705, Wu Zetian was seriously sick. The Crown Prince Li Xian, the Prince Xiang Li Dan, Princess Taiping, and other government officers killed Wu Zetian's 2 male concubines, Zhang brothers, and forced Wu Zetian to retire. Because Wu Zetian retired with the emperor title, she became the Taishang Huang, retired emperor, not Huang Taihou, the emperor's daughter. In 710, Tang Ruizhong became the emperor. Princess Taiping and the Crown Prince Li Longji played critical roles in managing the court. In 712, Ruizhong suddenly announced that he retired, but he kept the right of promoting and demoting high-rank government officers, and kept the right of making decisions in important state affairs. 1 year later, Li Longji killed Princess Taiping. Ruizhong had to give up all his powers and truly retired. In ending 755, a Lushan rebellion happened. Xuanzong escaped to Shu. In August 756, the Crown Prince Li Heng crowned himself as the emperor and declared that the Xuanzong became the retired emperor. In 757, Xuanzong came back to Chang'an, the capital of Tang, and was put under house arrest in Imperial Palace. In beginning 805, after being the crown prince for 26 years, Tang Xunzong finally inherited the throne. At that time, he was already seriously sick. 8 months later, eunuchs forced Xunzong to retire. In February 806, Xunzong passed away. Western Xia dynasty existed in the same time of Song dynasty and was conquered by Mongolia. The Emperor Shenzong was the only retired emperor in Western Xia. The Emperor Guangzong of Song retired and lost his powers because of his Empress Li Fengniang. The Emperor Yingzong of Ming lost the throne because he was captured by Mongolian army. But he was very lucky because he got the throne back. He was the only emperor in Ming dynasty that became the emperor twice. In all retired emperors, the Emperor Guangzong, the Emperor Gaozong of Song, and the Emperor Xiaozong of Song were truly retired emperors. They completely voluntarily passed the throne, and after retired, they enjoyed life and didn't manage the court anymore. In ancient time, except the last emperor of Qin, most last emperors had a very bad ending. So some smart emperors just passed the throne to avoid to become the last emperor. Well, it definitely does not work. In 577, the northern Zhou attacked the northern Qi. The Emperor Houzhu knew it's impossible to win, so he passed the throne to his 8-year-old son, who was known as Emperor Youzhu. 20 days later, Emperor Houzhu let Youzhu pass the throne to Rencheng Wang. So, Emperor Houzhu not only was the retired emperor, but also was Wu Shang Huang, which means the father of retired emperor. Emperor Youzhu became the retired emperor at age 8, who was the youngest retired emperor in ancient Chinese history. Song Huizong passed his throne to his son when the Jin armies attacked Song. Unfortunately, he still was catched by Jin armies and was forced to relocate to Jin's capital and died in there. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon.